This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we learned up to about support some cat command. Okay. So on the day we added something to the cat command. Using cat command, we added some file, created some file, clear the screen. So okay. So this is a file we created on the day testing single line control D and press control D over here. And suppose I want to add one more line to add append it to this existing one. If you see the content of this file, this is a content. Suppose I want to add some more to this file, then you can use cat command only, but instead of one greater symbol, we have to use two greater symbols. And then doc1 dot txt same file, and you can say this is second line, and this text will be appended. Okay, so this line, okay, has been appended existing content. For example, enter control D. So now if you say cat doc and tab, if you press tab, the whole name will come, and you press enter. Now you'll see this is second line, the first line also there, second line also there, and the third line also there. So this way we can append a text to an existing file. To append text to an existing file, so what we have to do, we have to use cat command and the file name. So this way you have to use, this is a command we have to use, right? So some funny commands also there. For example, if this is a cat command which displays the content. If you reverse it, we have tag command which will display the content in reverse order, so it reversely displaying the content. So just remember, that's it. It's not mandatory. uh, it's not a normal process of we won't use these things actually, just to understand that such commands are existing, that's all. Okay, prints content in reverse order. And what we did, yeah, we created ls command. Let understand ls command. To understand ls command, let me create some more content here. Let me create one directory which we did before, directory 1. Okay, so you know how to get inside this directory file. Hope you have practiced ls. This is directory file. In this, no files are there, so you can add some files here. Touch uh, if I want to touch some files, for example 1 to 5 files I want to create. So ls 5 files. Oh, what happened? Okay, so what happened here, I get only one dot. That is the reason with the same name a file is created. I want to remove this file. How to remove this file? Okay, delete a file. Okay, what do you do? Rm and f and tab, press tab, the remaining content will come, and enter. It will be removed. That is remove and file name. Okay, if you see ls now, nothing is there. Now let me correct it. So here remember, no need to type the file command again. You can press up arrow. If you press, the previous commands will show. You see up arrow, see this file is this is coming. So like that, if you press up arrow, you will get all the commands, previous commands. Another one is history also there. History, if you say history, all the commands whatever we learned till now, these commands it will display history, right? To display all the commands, all the commands used in that session, in a session. So you can say simply history. So anyway, so what I was trying, okay, I want to touch command, I want to use touch command properly. This time I should use two dots here. Now ls, see, I got 5 files. Suppose you want to delete all these files, what I have to do? Simply say remove star. You see ls, all files are removed. Okay, remove star will delete all the files. So you have to use them carefully, right? So that is one example. Okay, that is fine. Now ls is a command. Okay, I have removed everything now. Let me recreate them. ls is a command, and ls having another format like to display files. Okay, ls here. And if anything inside this, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, files are there. I want to create one more folder as well. Here I want to say folder 1 ls. Now you see the folder is in different color. So if I say ls hyphen l, then it will display this we already saw, right? This already saw, but I want to give some more explanation about this. So ls to display files and folders. These are files and folders of the current, or I will say of the present working directory. Okay, shortcut. So present working directory, it will display all of them. If I say ls hyphen l, this will displays files and folders in alphabetical order. So if I say, if see, these are in alphabetical order, right? We have reverse. If I want to print the same thing in reverse order, for example, then the same command, but you have to add r at the end. In reverse order, if I say r here, you see r written reverse. What is the use? So it depends on situation. So whenever you require, you can use this command, right? And we have another command like date and time based. For example, if I say here lt, if I say, so as per the date when it is created, as per the date it will create date wise. You can reverse this as well. If I say r, if you add here, obviously it will reverse them. So I have created all these files at a time, so you are not finding much difference here. But normally if I want to sort all of them, then this is a command. For example, so lt, okay, based on creation, date and time. Okay, latest on top. So latest on bottom, or reverse order, you can say. So these are some basic commands, right? Now we have, suppose I want to copy, I have to copy some content to a file content to another file. For example, you see I have 5 files here. And as you know, if these are all empty. If it's a cat f1, nothing is there. If I write something f1 content created inside file 1, enter control D. Now cat, I want to copy this content to f2. If I first check f2, nothing is there. I want to copy f1 content to f2, then I should use a copy cp and file 1 to file 2. And now if you say cat f2 previous command, again you see now content of file 2 is having content of file 1. So this way we can copy. So copy, it is used to copy data from one file to another file. Okay, you can copy one file content to another file, or you can also copy file to another folder as well. For example, ls I have a folder 1, cd folder 1. If you say ls in folder 1, we don't have any files, come out of it. Now I want to copy file 2 to folder 1. I can say just a file 2 and the directory name folder 1. I press enter. Now you go to folder 1. Now ls, you see file is copied over here, and if you print the content of this, you'll see the content over here. That means that file f2 is available here as well as in folder 1, both places it is available. Okay, so this is one way. Copy file name, file 1 file name to source file name. You can say source file name, and this is destination file name. And another way also we can use the same command, source file name, destination folder. Here file copied to a folder. Here content copied to the to a target folder, target file. That's the difference. And at the same time, for example, I don't want to copy, I want to completely move files from here to folder 1. For example, I don't want to copy, then cut and paste like that. So then I can say move command. Move command, I want to move f3 to a folder 1. For example, you can say f3 and folder 1. Now ls, you see f3 is not here, so go to folder and check it. You see f3 is here now. So move command. So move command to move or rename. What is rename? Suppose come out of this, after this come out of this folder, another use case of using move command is I want to rename a file. For example, suppose f5 is a file, I want to rename it to f5.txt. Then I say move mv f5 to f5.txt. I am renaming. Okay, so enter. Now you say ls. Now observe here, f5 is renamed to a new name. So mv can be used both ways. You can completely cut and paste, or you can use it for renaming a existing file. So that is the reason to move or rename, right? Rename a file. So use case also used is if you type up arrow history, one is this example. Before using that, what is it, how to use move source file name target folder. Then you can use this way. And another is move command, moving file to another folder. This is the one we use. Renaming a file. For that we use this command f3 to f3.txt. That way you can use rename a file. And if you remember, previously we learned about deleting a directory. Removes a directory only when directory is empty. This is a command. But what if that directory contains some files? To delete rm. rm already discussed here, right? Where's yeah, rm delete a file. Okay, yeah, better I move it there. Delete a folder with content. So then I have to choose remove command. So dollar remove, and I should say uh, -rf and directory name. That is one way, or you can say -rf. You will see this. So here some example ls. I want to delete folder 1. If I say remove directory, it will not delete. Why? Because it is not empty. It is saying directory is not empty. Remove dir can be used only when folder 1 is empty. But if I say rm-rf folder name, now it will remove the content of that file. Remove the folder and its contents. You see ls now. It is gone. Yeah, use this one. It is gone now. This is the command we have to use. Okay. And we have a command called word count. Not that much useful, but word count. Okay. Displays a file statistics. I'm not sure what the spelling. Like number of words, lines, characters. So clear the screen. ls. I have file 1. So cat file 1. Now I say wc file 1. It's saying 1426 f1. It is saying, meaning what? One line, 4 words, 26 characters. That is the meaning of the content. Clear the screen. Now let us see some existing files and folders. For example, cd, just say cd. Clear the screen. Now if you um, let us see some existing files. For example, cd etc. Here are some files. Here are some files. So here if I say many files are there. Out of this, if I take the content of password, for example, if I say password, I want to display content. You know how to use cat command password. So some file content I received, and I want even lengthy file, something secret. No. Okay, ls -l So if you take the system md having some its directory, not that one, some file sudo conf sudo ers. Yeah, let me check sudo ers. Okay, sudo ers looks lengthy file. I want to display the content of that. Vi sudo ers. Oh, sorry, cat sudo ers access denied. It is saying access denied. So we are a normal user. As a normal user, remember, you cannot, some files we cannot access. To get access, you either you become a root super user like a sudo -i, you become a root super user. You see root, you are a super user now, like administrator. Now if I say cat command, same so cat sudo ers, if you say, so first of all I have to go to etc folder, right? So etc, I should say give hash slash here, then cat sudo. This is a lengthy file. So this is a lengthy file, you see, lot of content. So this is one way of accessing this file. But I want to come out of root user. I want to become a normal user, EC2 user. Then we have to say exit, logout, right? So EC is the one. EC2 user and your IP address. There you have the dollar symbol. So to become a root user, to become a root user, you say sudo -i. Then this changes to changes to root. Okay, and to come out of root user, so all you have to do is just type here exit. When you say exit, what you'll get, you'll be at the, you'll get logout, and then you'll get this prompt. So a lot of typing here. So anyway, so but okay, I came out of this, that is fine. So what if I don't want to become a root user, and without becoming a root user I want to execute this command, which I am not able to do that before. So just add sudo here, sudo. This will work. Just add sudo. So you will be able to see the content. Okay, no need to completely become a root user. So you can say you can use sudo etc. Directly you can run the command. You see one more thing, one more thing you should observe. Come out of this etc. Oh, now see, without going into etc folder, directly I can say sudo in the beginning, cat etc folder and sudo ers. Directly you can name, if you know the name, you can directly say sudo cat. That's it. No need to go into etc folder. Even then you can see the content. So you try the same way, sudo cat sudo. This way you can see the content of this file. So why I'm showing this content is because what if I want to see only the first 10 lines, first 10 lines I want to see, and then I press enter, then I want to see next 10 lines. So 10 lines I want to view. Because this file is lengthy, I cannot, I don't want to I want to see all the content, well, 10 lines. Okay, so how I can do? So I have a command called head command. Head is a command which allows you to uh, control the display, which allows you to control the display. So for example, head, it is a command, and which file name you want to see. So better I will, for this better I will get into the etc folder only. Get etc. In this sudo is, so in this way many are there. In this sudo file I want to display, this is a file sudoers. Yeah, this file I want to content, I want to display. Then I will say first of all sudo, and I can say that cat, I can say sudo ers, I can say I can display this, but cat displaying all at a time, but I don't want that. I will say head, it is a command name, it is a command sudo head sudo ers. You see, only first 10 lines is displayed, right? Only first 10 lines, but I want to display the first 12 lines, next 12 lines. For example, I can say, so next 20 lines. For example, I want to display 20 lines. You can say hyphen, sorry, 20 number, okay, sorry, here I should say hyphen n, number of the number of lines of that file. It will display first 20 lines, right? Similarly, we have tail command. Tail command, for example, before displaying tail command, let me display the content, all content. See, this is a complete content, and I want to display tail command displays last 10 lines by default, last 10 lines. So tail, and I will say sudo ers, mean the beginning sudo command, tail sudo ers. What it's saying, for reading no such file, spelling mistake, yes. If you observe carefully, it is displaying the 10 lines, last 10 lines. This is from allow, from here it displaying, from here it is taking 10 lines. I want to see only last, what do you call this, 2 lines, last 2 lines. For example, you can do that same, add hyphen n, and here I said 2. You see last 2 lines, this last 2 lines, here is a complete file, this is the last 2 lines, right? This way you can control the display. So sometimes whenever you add some data, suppose you, we will see in coming session, sometimes I want to see the users. If you add users groups, then those will be saved in sudoers file. So if I want to see, sorry, not the password file. So if I want to see last 10 lines, then you can use tail command instead of seeing the complete file content. This is a scenario. Try this scenario, and this is the one which you want to play with a file head to display first 10 lines of a file, right? You can use command something like dollar head and file name. Similarly, to display of a file, so here is the file name you use. For example, here you say, for example, this way you can do. Try this. Similarly, if you say hyphen n and 20 displays displays last 20, sorry, first 20 lines, right? So the same thing goes here. What I'm doing here? Last, wrong, right? So here also tail. Displays last 20 lines. I want last display 2 lines, for example. 20 lines I don't want. Right? Try this. Yeah, and another one is there, page wise. Let me try that. Sudo I think less, it's I think less. Yeah, less is command. Quit. So sudo less displays. You see how it worked first time. It displayed first page, the first print page displayed, and then you press enter. Press enter. Whenever you press enter, line by line you're getting. Line by line you're getting. So this is different from head and tail. You want to see line by line, then less is a command which helps you. And here is a colon. You type Q over here. It will be quit. You will be quit. Similarly, we have more command. More, I think page by page it will display more sudo errors. Yeah, correct. More you see here, it's saying it's the first. I think it having 4 pages. So every page is divided into 25%. So first page, and you press enter. Oh, not that way. Sorry. So when you're scrolling down, it's showing the percentage. How many lines you have viewed? It's showing in percentage. Okay. So these are also handy. You can try. So just say the same command. For example, here is a less command. Displays first page of a file. For remaining content to be displayed, press enter key. Right? So here simply say less. You try this. Similarly, more command. Displays first page of file, and for remaining content display to be displayed, press enter key. Progress will be shown in percentage. More. Try this. Okay, and I want to start a new topic on VI editor. That I will do it tomorrow. VI editor, it will take some time. Tomorrow we'll start with VI editor. Discuss on that. You please practice these things. Any questions before I leave? Do you have any questions, please?
No, Madan.
And yeah, thank you.
No, sir.
And Satya, this is a very good time for you to practice. మీరు మీ ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్లో నేర్చుకున్నవన్నీ కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఎందుకంటే నేను లైనక్స్ మీద ఐఎమ్ స్పెండింగ్ లెస్ టైం. సో మీరు ఈ టైంలో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఇట్ విల్ హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూ. ఓకేనండి. హలో వినబడుతుందండి?
సార్
మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేయండి. ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ సర్వీసెస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఇదే సెషన్లో ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగొచ్చు కూడా మీరు ఈ క్లాస్ అయిన
Sure.
తర్వాత. ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా? ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి.
Okay.
యా, దట్స్ ఆల్ అండి. విల్ మీట్ టుమారో ఎట్ సేమ్ టైం.
Okay, sir.
టేక్ కేర్ అండి. టేక్ కేర్. థ్యాంక్
Okay,
యూ.
sir.
ఓకే అండి. బాయ్.